Hey, first grade. Today I'm going to be talking to you about a social studies lesson. So let's get started with our objective. Our objective for this lesson says, I can create a list of classroom rules and explain why it is important to follow these rules. So we have two parts to our objective. Create a list of rules that make sense to you and explain why it is important. So I would love to have everybody here together so that I can call on people and we can brainstorm all as one big group, but that doesn't work right now. So what I did was I thought about our school rules and then I brainstormed some ideas for classroom rules, and we're going to talk through those today. Your rules do not have to be the same as the rules that I came up with. So before we move on to the classroom rules, let's start with our school rules. Here you see these 5 rules that are true for every classroom at Ignite. If you remember the motions, go ahead and follow after me. Remember, these are the same for everyone in our school. Mirrors up. Rule number 1, follow directions quickly. Rule number 2, raise your hand for permission to speak. Rule number 3, raise your hand for permission to leave your seat. Rule number 4, make smart choices. Rule number 5, keep your teacher happy. And we have a rule number 6. Rule number 6, stay cool, calm, and collected. Break your mirrors. So like I said, these are our school rules for every classroom. You've probably practiced these with your teacher before. They might even be up in your classrooms. So these are our school rules. So thinking about these rules, thinking about the ideas that I hear in these rules, what's important to our school, I tried to brainstorm what I think you might say if I asked you, what should our school rules be? So one thing that I did was wrote my ideas down. That was actually the first thing. I wrote all of my ideas down on a chart because I know this is going to be way more than I can write down on a rules list. So all of my ideas include things like follow directions, pay attention, be nice, show respect, listen to others, finish your work, be prepared, work hard, and have fun. Now these are all of my ideas, but I don't want a list of classroom rules that's like 10 numbers long. That's too many. What I'm going to try to do, and what you should try to do, is take your ideas and kind of put them together into maybe 3 or 4 rules that you think kind of summarize what your classroom should do. So no matter what class you're in this year, no matter what class you're in this year or next year, what rules do you think would be important for everybody to follow? So when I'm looking through my brainstorming list, I see things like be nice and show respect. Those kind of go together. I see pay attention and listen to others. Those kind of go together. I see finish your work and work hard. Those kind of go together. And follow directions kind of goes with listening. Be prepared kind of goes with paying attention. And it's always important to have fun. So what I did was I took all of these ideas and I put them into a list. I wrote down 3 rules that I think are important. I'm going to go over my 3 rules. Remember, these are just my ideas. You come up with your own. Then we're going to talk about why these rules are important. So these are the rules that I came up with. I came up with number 1, listen to the teacher and to our classmates. Number 2, show respect to others and the classroom. And number 3, come prepared to learn and have fun. So those are my 3 rules that I tried to put together using everything that I brainstormed before. So let's think. Our objective says, create a list of classroom rules and explain. So we've already created. Now we need to explain why is it important to follow these rules. So let's just use my rules as an example. Listen to the teacher and our classmates. Think for a second. Give you about 5 seconds. What would happen if we did not listen to our teacher or our classmates? Take a couple seconds to think. Right. If we didn't listen to the teacher, we might not hear the directions. We might not learn what we're supposed to learn. And if we don't listen to our classmates, then they're not going to feel like They're not going to feel like you're being a good friend. If you're not even listening to them, you can't hear any of the things that they have to say. What about number 2? If our rule says show respect, why is that important to ourselves and to our classrooms? Take another 5 seconds to think, what would happen if we didn't show respect? Yeah, we might hurt somebody's feelings, we might get into an argument, and if we don't show respect to our classroom by doing something dangerous, treating materials the wrong way, throwing something, standing on something, we could end up hurting ourselves or somebody else. So it's important to show respect to people and to the things in our classroom. And last but not least, my 3rd rule says, come prepared to learn and have fun. What would happen if we didn't come prepared? How would that hurt our chances to learn? Yeah, I'm thinking if I don't come prepared to learn, maybe I forget my folder, maybe I don't bring a pencil, maybe I just don't come with a good attitude, and I'm not going to be able to learn what the teacher is saying. I'm probably not going to be paying close enough attention, and I might not be able to practice all of those skills. So all of the rules that I created by brainstorming by myself are important because they help us to be our best selves in the classroom. They help us to stay safe, to have fun, and to grow our brains. Let's go over our objective one more time to make sure we covered it. I can create a list of classroom rules. We did that. Here they are one more time. And explain why it is important to follow these rules. Now, I thought for myself that they help to keep us safe, they help us to grow our brains, they help us to be our best selves, but remember, you are coming up with your own rules, so they don't have to look the same as mine. In fact, your exact assignment says, remember we're on May 4th and 5th, right here in the blue, create a list of your own classroom and school rules. Explain the importance of following these rules to ensure order and safety. So create your own list, don't just copy mine, and explain why these rules are important. Tell it to somebody at home, make sure that you're ready so that when we come back to school, you're ready to be your best self and to make whichever classroom you're in safe, fun, and healthy. We know you can do it. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks, first grade.